All right, we're almost ready to begin. It's going to be interesting camera day. Here on Brick Building with Ken. I'm Ken Napzok. You're listening to Mando versus Mad Max. A great sound, great music, great song from our good friend Old Handsaw. Ranger Donald's here. Vermont Mike. Definitely not Trey. Channel 19's here as well. Well, looks like, man, I got to tell you. We're gonna have some camera issues. All right, I'm gonna show you what you guys. This is what we're not gonna. This is. There you go. So you see me. This is a still image of me. Take a good look at that. That's what I look like right now. That's when the Mevo died. The day the Mevo died, and they were singing, why don't cameras work? You pay good money for their cameras, and then they leave you in the lurch. All right. So it's that little theory, that little thing didn't work. I wonder if what's the FaceTime camera see? Nope, that's the Mevo. There we go. Nope. Wow. We just got nothing working. Nothing working today. All right, everybody, bear with me. I've lost all my cameras. This is about right. Okay. You can kind of hear. Oh my God. Let's shut some things down. All right. Okay, it's back up. I think that Mevo messed it up. So we're going to take the Mevo away from here. Full goth indeed. Man. So here's the story. I'm alive. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I think everything is beautiful. There's a good chance that I need to restart everything. When streamers fail. Nope, not on a cam link. You fucking asshole. There you go. Oh, okay. I think we did it. See that? Mevo, still frozen. This is perfect. This is kind of what my week's been like. So, as I take apart the Mevo here, I have a Canon X810, which is a prosumer camera from a few years ago. Working beautiful. Thank you, Color Jerry. Thank you for your support. I have that, and that's been through a nice cam link. Everything good. One day, I have to put the cam link as USB-Cs. USB. Thank you, Apple, for making these instead of us all using these. Thank you, Amblin Soul. And one day it just stopped working. I thought it was a port issue. You know, ports can die. All right, that's fine. I troubleshot it, and I tried to do some resetting, and it didn't seem to work. But it turns out I don't think it was the port. What I think it was is either the cam link, which is what, $150 Elgato price tag. That might be working, or then it turns out it's the Canon camera. What I'm hearing is Macs are bad. No, I still would rather work off a Mac than a PC any day of the week, and twice on Sunday, which often I do, twice on Sunday. Oh, look at that. The Mevo's still on. Great Mevo. I love the Mevo. The Mevo's a great concept. It never has worked the way it is promises you to work. Anyways, long story. Hey, Wendy Lee Zaney. Wendy Lee's checking in here. Wendy Lee, you're hearing me complain about my tech problems today. I even forgot to put up the lower third. One of those days. Long story short, the Canon XA10, if you turn it on, it now doesn't turn off. I yanked the battery out. Even then, it stays on. And then, the little viewfinder that I can, flip around, and then it flips with me. It doesn't flip anymore. I think, like Evan says, I need to go to Tashi Station and pick up some power converters. Yeah, it's frustrating. So, I don't know how I'm going to stream at home for a while. I've got the webcam here. I got that. I'm not going to move that. I got the other webcam that Grace has. So I got people going to see my face. But then now all this stuff. I think the Mevo was messing up StreamYard. So that little experiment, it was good. Before I press live, the Mevo. Is there a warranty on the camera? Well, the problem is, Wendy, I bought this camera. Not this one. Not this one. This was gifted to me by the great Thomas Risling. And again, it's a beautiful device. Mevos are amazing. They just never seem to work like advertised. The Canon XA10 I actually bought in 2013 to produce Stacked for Tiffany Smith. So any warranty I think I've had on it, probably long since gone. This is Thomas's fault. Thomas is, not even here. So busy running his shop and everything that, so I'm just going to blame it on him. No, it's an amazing gift. But look at this. See, it's still going. What are you doing, Mevo? What are you doing? Black Series Rebels shoot all their shows on Mevos and have great luck with it. Grace always says I put a lot of bad mojo in the air on tech stuff. So maybe I should talk. That's not a bad cord wrap job. Old hands, I would be kind of proud. So let me talk nice to it. Hello. Hi, Mevo. Maybe you should work as advertised. Thank you, Brennan Marr, for resubscribing. Thank you, Definitely Not Trey, for resubscribing. There we go. Ask for Reiki for your digital devices. Thank you. You're right. Open the pod bay doors, Hal. All right, well, the Mevo's just going to flash in the corner for an hour. Laserbolt's here. Laserbolt's a good tech guy. See, I wish Laserbolt was out here in Burbank right now, and he could take a look at my Canon XA10. Who among us can afford to just buy a new camera, right? They're expensive things. I'm trying to do everything I possibly can before I feel I need to buy a new camera. But good news. Old Hansel labels his cords. That's the good news. I try that, Old Hansel. I try to label the cords. I'll label plugs. You know what I mean? In greeting to those watching live on YouTube and those watching later on YouTube. Hopefully I can speak relaxing enough. And then you can get relaxed by my frustration. I try to label plugs in the back of like the entertainment center, DVD player, PlayStation 1, well, updated labels. That works for about 1 week. Then I forget what's there. And then I start yanking. Johnny Mariano's checking in, says I cannot figure out how to send Ken to my TV. But so, well, you know what? I'm going to have an Izzy. Grace and I have been having a lot of Izzies lately. I did have fun with Mark Riley. We just went outside and shot something. Hopefully we'll edit and put up on GPA soon. So I bought this today. Surprise, 60 piece set, 4 and up. I just barely made it. Wendy Lee is here. I'm glad Wendy's watching. Wendy, Grace and I just the other day were saying how much we just love Wendy. We miss her happy presence in our life. I mean, it's the present. Wendy's present in our life, but we used to see her 5 days a week at Collider. There we go. We are going to build Poe Dameron, little X-Wing. I'm excited about this one. I have been eyeing this one at Target for a while. Comes with a little BB-8, little Poe Dameron, Force Awakens era Poe Dameron. I love Poe Dameron. I think Rise of Skywalker Poe Dameron's my favorite, but I also have a special place in my heart for this Poe Dameron. Because like the first scene of Force Awakens, you're sitting there in the theater, you're really nervous. Oh my gosh, are they going to do this right? And then the scene comes up, and the Two and All Village set is never been my favorite set at all. Like it's never really worked for me. It just looks like it's on a soundstage, which is fine. So I was a little nervous going back to 2015. And then, Max von Sydow's there, and then he talks. This will begin to make things right. She's royalty to me. Then I was, this scene's great. And Poe Dameron's there, and I love Poe. So I'm always been partial to that Poe Dameron. Yeah, I'm trying to get the oops, I almost banned I almost banned you definitely not, Trey. The account that account has been suspended or deactivated. Learn more. Whatever. We press on. One of those days. Also, it's been a while since I've done the Lego brick building. I apologize. Life got in the way. Also, I didn't have a Lego set. So this morning, Grace and I had to run an errand. I went to a Target nearby. We have 2 Target options nearby because, back in the high life again. Everyone wants me to ban Definitely Not Trey. So I said, today's the day. And Grace encouraged it. She's like, why don't you buy that set? You've been eyeing it. Every time we come in here, you take a beeline to the toy aisle and you buy and you hold that Poe Dameron one in your hands, buy it. So I did. As I picked it up, I noticed 60 pieces. That's a small set for this big box. Like some of the mini rigs are more piece-wise. I don't want to sound like an old man. I don't want to sound like I'm yelling at clouds. This cost me $30. Lego, I love you. Lego, I adore you. The price point is redonkulous, if I may use that junior high term. 60 pieces. I'm paying for the packaging at this point, but it doesn't matter. And plus, this is I think it's specifically designed for youngsters, because look at this back of the box. Look at that. Learn to build. We're going to build. But anyways, I'm excited. Old Handsaw says, Brian Ward made us some Legos for sale. I'll check it out. Channel 19 says 50 cents a piece. Yeah. See? Price per Lego is high. All right, so we're going to do it. Quick little build today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. Blame Disney for the licensing. Legos just passed the buck. You're probably not wrong. So when I worked in a movie theater back in the summer of '98, and that's how I moved to LA. I transferred from my job. I lost my radio gig. I started working at a movie theater. Then I moved to LA, and I transferred down. And everyone gets mad at the ticket prices, and then everyone gets mad at more importantly, the treat prices. But as we all know, in order for a theater to even exist, they've got to charge $20 for an Izzy because of the distribution fees and all those behind the paywall type of conversations, I guess you could say. Was my fault? Wasn't my fault the hot dog was $8. For 6 Poe Dameron X-Wings, you could buy a Mos Eisley Cantina, which I do have. All right. But it's going to be a fun little build. We're going to do it. Adrian Williams says that's expensive. That's comparable to what I paid here in Norway, and things are usually a lot more expensive here. Yeah. Yeah. Matthew Stokes says, regards to pricing, plastics and polymers are having a hard time at the moment. Price availability all over the place. We see it in our manufacturing industry too, which is good. Yeah. No, that's true, Matthew. And I don't want to cast aspersions. Again, I don't want to be old man yelling at cloud. It's just, what's a streamer to do? What's an adult streamer trying to buy Lego toys to do? Price of wood, right? I was watching a video today. I don't know why, I always complain about how hard it is to get views on YouTube. Yet I watch a guy building a cabin in the woods today. I watched it. It was like a 25-minute video, and I watched it. So that's the content that's working on YouTube right now. But I noticed that, he used a lot of wood. The price of wood is way up. That's got to cost a lot. Hey, Welsh Pete is here. Chicken Sith says, looks like the Loop mini set my son has. It's short build, but it's a great little kit. I'm with you on that. I'm excited for this one. Old Handsaw watched a movie about a guy who rides a buffalo today. By the way, for those keeping score at home, Mevo, which is now unplugged and running on its own battery power, still flashing. Like this, one if by land, 2 if by sea. We'll keep that there and see how long the Mevo goes. Welsh Pete is here. He's the best. If you're on Twitch, give this man a follow and a sub. Use Amazon Prime. Use Amazon Prime. Gift yourself a free sub, all right? Welsh Pete could, no, I was going to say Welsh Pete could use it. We all could use it, but Welsh Pete deserves it. All right, I'm going to move this up slightly so you can see more of the pieces. Yeah. And then we're going to do some grade A knolling in honor of our buddy, the associate producer of Saturday Night Napzok, Old Handsaw. Disembodied Poe, front of the X-Wing. I kind of like this. Oh, I moved this. Let's see if I can. Here we go. There we go. I kind of like this is because it's kind of a smaller build, that it's almost like old school Lego when they didn't have big fancy cockpits. They just had little pieces of plastic. Jedi Germs is here. What are we building? Jedi Germs, we're building the Force Awakens era Poe Dameron X-Wing set. Cricket update coming in from Andrew Cook. June, New Zealand won the first ever World Test Championship, beating India. There you go, everyone. Give it up for New Zealand. I was watching. Grace and I watched the first 2 episodes of Wellington Paranormal. We enjoyed it. Very funny. I love dry New Zealand humor. But then got me looking. I brought out the old Google Maps, and I was just looking at Wellington and Auckland and all the places. And I really do want to visit New Zealand one day. My fear is that I'll never come back. That I'll just be like, yep, well, this is where we live now. And I know I've said that stuff before, but I was really last night after we watched the 2 episodes, I was just looking at the map going, well, I guess I could live there. Okay, you know, never fall in love with a vacation spot, they say. Too many orcs in New Zealand, says Laserbolts. Laserbolts, I was out with Mark Riley flying a drone. Well, I wasn't flying it. Mark was flying it for this little thing we filmed. And I was telling him about your channel, Laserbolts. Drop your YouTube link here on Twitch. I know you're watching on Twitch, or maybe you can go to the YouTube feed and watch and from there and drop the link, man. Old Handsaw with a resub. 28 months for Old Handsaw. Wonder. Chicken Sith says, as a matter of fact, Ken, during the build, check if there's a hook piece aft between the engines. On the Luke version, it's for the lightsaber keeping. Oh, okay. Good to know. Maybe for Poe's flashlight that he has in Rise of Skywalker. Ooh, there's the top of BB-8. Oh, I did this stream without lunch. I'm not saying I'm a hero. But I am doing the stream without having lunch, and now I'm getting hungry. Ooh, they even got the kind of like the correct blaster. I'm excited. The little detail in this little set is good. All right, I don't know. What do you think? Oh, Sarah Risley's here. Everyone say hello to Sarah Risley. All right. Okay. I think that's some grade A knolling. Handsaw, what do you think? Have we knolled enough? Ah, Demi's here. Everyone say hello to Demi from House Di Milanta. Sarah found some time for herself. Always important. Okay. There it is. Okay, so this is not a spam link, everybody. This is a good link. Head to my buddy Laserbolt's YouTube channel. He's got some fun videos. He does a lot of drone stuff, and they're very relaxing if you like that kind of thing. But I just think he puts a lot of effort into them, and you want to shine a light. Is there a new episode tonight? Oh, okay, yeah, we'll watch. We really liked Wellington Paranormal. Like I said, it's got a dry humor. I dig that. All right, I'm a big fan of Flight of the Conchords, as we've talked about here. There's BB-8. Laserbolt says, Ken, you're the best. Thank you. Well, Ken, you're the best. All right, what do you think about that? All right, let's build us a Poe Dameron. Up on Cripple Creek, can you send me? Okay, there we go. Sarah's taking a break from weeding the backyard. Ooh, that's good. We had the gardeners come in. Yesterday and do a complete 2.5 hour almost 3-hour clean job in the backyard. They actually cut out too many plants. We're actually kind of upset. Like, hey, where's the lavender? It's gone. But it's good. Our yard looks good right now. So weeding is important, Sarah. Chicken says, since I've been keeping up with all things YouTuber, etc., I think, oh, yeah, congrats on finding the one. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Chicken Sith. Some Americans seem to have a problem with the New Zealand accent and have some. Yeah. I'm sure there's some Americans who are like, I don't understand the word. I think the New Zealand accent is very relaxing. Evan Hooker says, Flight of the Conchords was a glorious show. It absolutely is. For those who are just joining and wondering why is there a flashing light, since my main camera died, this was going to be my camera today because Mevo did add a webcam option now. Very smart of Mevo. I don't think it works well with StreamYard. It froze everything up. And then this is still flashing, even though it should be off. But we're going to keep it on there as a guiding light. Dimmy says, Ken, do you have a favorite sequel character? Yeah, Kylo Ren. But I am more inspired by Rey's story. Big fan of Rey's journey. As my pal Joseph Scrimshaw says, I always want to be like Rey when I grow up. And I agree with him on that. But Kylo Ben is probably my favorite character, mostly because of Adam Driver's performance. Hey, Brian Ward. There was a rumor, Brian Ward, that you got some Legos to sell because I was complaining about the high price of Lego, which Matthew Stokes correctly pointed out. Look, there's some economic factors out there causing that, which I respect. I get it. So I will shut up about it and not be complaining about things I don't need to complain about. Be positive. Matthew Stokes, Brian Ward, checking in on YouTube. We're doing a multi-stream tonight, so if you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel over there. If you're on Twitch, consider use your Amazon Prime freebie to get a month subscription here, and maybe one of these days I'll finally play Star Wars video games again on Twitch. It's really now just a matter of laziness. Color Jerry, do you think Bad Batch will finish telling their story with only 4 episodes left? And it's like, yeah, I think there'll be a second season of Bad Batch. I think I love what they're doing so far. Ryan's here. Cat loved your book on the War of the Stars. Let him see another volume with more fan stories. I'm running my own story. Yeah, I have an idea. Long story short, I pitched a follow-up. It didn't get taken by the company, but I also didn't put a ton of energy in it because I'm working on the GPA stuff right now. But I have an idea for a follow-up to the book. That is more my personal journeys and stories of Star Wars. So we'll see. It takes a lot of effort. Okay, this has got to be right. Is this like some introductory set, or is this new? They need to do this. They need to really do this. This little drop shadow, everything. It highlights the pieces. Brian Ward's got to pay for my celebration trip. Come on, Brian Ward. All the Schmodown posters you make, they can't get you out for celebration. Not that they're doing anything there, but just that should be in your writer. I don't have a celebration ticket. I have no panel I'm going to be on. But I have a hotel room. So at the very least, my Star Wars celebration next August will be me hanging around downtown Disney or the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company around the corner on, was that Catella? Oh, thank you, Ryan. An X-Wing would make a rad boat. John Mariano from downtown. Argon Ma, hey, got in chat. Hi, welcome to the chat. The best part is just hanging out with all of you. Even Mariano. Good to see Dimmy back here. Nico Crank, good to see Nico Crank here. Welcome back. We're just hanging out for a little bit, building this tiny little set. Imagine it's going to be a quick little build, which is why I've just stalled. Punderdome. No, look at this. The Mevo finally died. The day the Mevo died, and they were singing. Good to see American Pie getting a little extra love thanks to Black Widow. I've always been partial to that song. I do love that song. Don McLean. Yeah, this is going to be, we might just have to fly this around. Real simple build, but this is more my speed. I still have the A-Wing. Still have the, still have the A-Wing sitting over there. We'll do a comparison. Starjuice here. Andrew Cook says here, watching on YouTube, I see there's a new book on Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and Douglas Adams coming out. I think Neil Gaiman is involved. Don't panic. It was his first published book. Yes, it was. I think, Andrew, I am already a supporter of that book. I think it's the one you're talking about. I have to double check. I pledged to it. It was like they crowdfunded it, and I forget the title of it, but I get updates on it every now and then. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And yeah, I do have Don't Panic. Should reread it. It's been a while. Team Y-Wing checking in. Chicken Sith. Love the Y-Wing. Bad Batch. They've been showing that crash Y-Wing in the background on Ryloth. Love it. Love it. I mean, I don't love a crash Y-Wing, but okay. Oh, giggity. I'll tell you what, this knolling not only helps, but it speeds up the build, which might be a problem. Is it called 42? It might be, Andrew. I'd almost look up my emails right now and let you know. But yeah, there's some crowd fund for it. Argon Moss says, I'm in search of the Lego Y-Wing, the backbone of the rebellion, but it's too pricey at the moment. Yeah. Again, the prices are rising right now. State of the world stuff, as Matthew Stokes pointed out earlier. I get it, but yeah, the Y-Wings, I have 2 that I've built nicely tucked away in storage, which I actually think I have to go into my storage today. First time I've been into it for a bit, because we had some grass planted, and every time I open up the storage shed, it would rip out the new grass. But then all the grass died, so now I don't have that problem anymore. But I got to store. I have. What is this here? Here we go. I need to go put all these in storage, just in case I want to build these again. And then I got to store the Y-Wing, or excuse me, the A-Wing. All right, we're around the corner of the bend here. We're building, for those just joining us, the Force Awakens era Poe Dameron X-Wing, but it's a smaller set. It's a smaller set. But then the grass died. Sarah, when Ellis was talking about getting into Lego building, I was like, wow, first of all, you don't watch my show. Second, that'd be kind of fun. We might figure that out. Folder for all the instruction books. There you go. Okay. All right. For those, I don't know if we have anyone. I want to remind everyone, I got to do a good selling of tickets. If anyone is in the Seattle area, downtown Seattle, El Corazon Theater, next week, or this coming Saturday, actually, July 24th, Mark Ellis and I and Daniel Bridge-Gadd will be up there. We will be up there doing some comedy. And then I have a show with Daniel Bridge-Gadd locally in LA. So if you're local to LA, at the Ha Ha Cafe, it's on a Tuesday night at 10 p.m. More information coming on that. Damon and Ken. If I was out in Atlanta or the Damons were out here, we'd definitely do a co-build. Borders are still cold. I know, Aaron. I'm so sorry. We'll be back. Mark loves performing up in Seattle, so we'll definitely be back. If he'll have me, I don't know, but we'll be back. If I have any friends and family still there, it's going to be a hell of a show. Yeah, I don't. I think Ellis definitely does. Right. Look at this. Look at this. We got ourselves a little X-Wing coming, friends. We got ourselves an X-Wing. So I've been doing those when I can. I've been doing the ASMR baseball card relaxing videos, which I don't know if they relax anybody, but I enjoy doing them. I'm going to film 2 more, but I have got an idea that might make them unique. We're going to see. I'll give you guys a shot. Sarah Risley. Oh, Jedi Germ says, have you guys seen the Imperial Probe Droid set? Absolutely need to get it. Yeah, it does look good. It looks like an intense build. Matthew, finally able to catch one of the big fans of ForceCenter Pod. Love the work. Oh, Matthew, thank you so much for checking in on YouTube. We appreciate that, man. Thanks for the ForceCenter love. Thanks for hanging out with us here. We're building the X-Wing. Smaller version of the X-Wing, but we love it. See, Nico Crank, you're giving me I don't think anyone's enjoying my baseball card videos because they're just kind of something silly I'm doing for myself. But if you like them, I'll keep going. Sarah Risley asked this question. I know it's crazy early, but any chance that you and Grace will be at the Shimoda Spectacular and Fan Expo this year? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I really, I'm not trying to hide like a secret revelation or something like that. I don't know. Oh, there you go. Yeah, if you're local, Seattle, get those tickets. I honestly got to tell you, I don't know, Sarah. Because I know Grace is doing stuff in the Shimodan, so I don't know if there's any storylines or anything that she's got to be a part of over there. I'll consider going there because I can sell some books. Hey, you know, you gotta sell them books. Hey, Vermont Mike wants me to keep going with the card videos. Well, yeah, thank you, Vermont Mike. You always comment. I love that. Sarah, the question is, do you want us there at the Schmodown Spectacular? That's the bigger question. Do you want us there? And are you going to be there? Stardew likes the 94 and 85 baseball card openings. We'll bribe you with more breakfast burritos. I mean, that was a clutch breakfast burrito. Hand-delivered by Sarah Risley at the last Schmodown Spectacular. What was that, 2019? Yeah, I love this. This is like this little snub-nosed version of the X-Wing. This is wonderful. This is like a Battlestar Galactica ship. Trey's always down for some ASMR. Trey's my ASMR brother. We share video notes. Right now, I'm watching a lot of Miss Bell, though she can get. It's fun. Yeah, she's not the best, but she's entertaining to me. Like she's doing good. The videos are great. She's killing it. But like sometimes videos are a little weird. And then I'll watch Dr. Saul Shea, who's a healer, and he's kind of weirdly bunk, but he's fun to watch. Oh, I missed some pieces. Andrew wants to come to New Zealand. I want to get to New Zealand. I do have to get my passport up and running. That's a whole thing. But yeah, we want to go down there. And then I have a guy who works at Weta Workshop who's a fan of some silly stuff I do. And he said, let me know when you're out here. So that's more reason than any to get there. But again, I have a feeling I might just stay. Would you guys listen to podcasts from American in New Zealand? That might be it. Lock S foils into attack position. I think that's it. I think we built the set. This is the quickest build. Again, I've been eyeing this set for a while. I just didn't realize it was a trainer build for 4-year-olds. But it's kind of nice. It's kind of cool. I see what they're doing with BB-8. Yeah. Oh, look at that. This is great. No we didn't do an over-under for this. Oh my God. I don't think. What's it doing this? Why is it showing me this? That is it. It's just like, go back to the beginning, take a piece and put your blaster there. Kids, don't put no stickers, no nothing. This is a simple little set. I do want to get this one. This might be next on my list. The Mandalorian Tusken Raider stuff. So there we go. That's the build. X-Wing. Oh, the black. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, maybe. I don't know. So there we go. It's a Butte Clark, says Trey. $60. You should get some stickers. Well, I paid $30 for this. So there you go. That's why there's no stickers. No stickers. It's 30. Is there a hook? No hook. I don't see a hook. Chicken Sith, where was the hook on your Luke X-Wing? I'd love it. Is there a Luke version of this? I'd love a little Luke X-Wing. Like, this is displayable. It's tiny. Except for this keeps happening. I keep doing this. Good drunk X-Wing. Lock S4. Don't lock them. Love this. And then look, movable cockpit. And this is, like I said, Poe in the beginning, man. I love Poe Dameron in all three movies. I really do. I love him in Star Wars Resistance. I love him in Resistance Reborn. But there's something special about this little Poe Dameron. Poe is definitely a highlight, says Sarah Risley. With a lip bite. Okay. All right. So there we go. We're just hanging out. We'll hang out for a few minutes. That was a quick little stream. I can't just stop right there at 40 minutes. I have no other Legos to build, but love hanging out with y'all here. It's been a bit. There we go. Wish I had something insightful to say. Take apart the Mevo. I mean, the problem is, let's see. Let me do this. Let me get the Mevo up here. See, it's still frozen. The Mevo screen is still frozen on me. That's what I look like. Attempting to reconnect. Okay. Let's try to turn this back on. All right, Mevo's back on. Attempting to reconnect. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Look at that. 0 extra pieces. Giggity. 0 extra pieces. Handsaw. Have you ever seen that? Oh, I copied that, Sarah. I copied that. Lost connection. Set your iPhone's Wi-Fi network to... Okay. I don't want you guys to see my... Unable to join the network. This is too... Oh, my God. Okay. This is too much. Now it wants a password. F you. That's my password. All right. See, this is what and then the Mevo. You come to this screen all the time. Configure the Mevo. Hey. Configure the Mevo. And it just spins and spins and spins and spins. Yeah, Lego finally got it right. Perfect set. 0 extra pieces. Unable to open network settings. Dear God. I'm going to throw this phone across not the phone. I'm going to throw the Mevo. So there you go. That's why we couldn't use the Mevo. So yeah. So if anyone knows how to fix a Canon XA10, that's the bigger question. And why my Canon XA10, when you turn it on, it no longer turns off. When you flip the viewfinder, the screen over, it doesn't flip with you. And it doesn't want to work with a cam link anymore or connect to anything I do. Story of my life. But hey, Grace always says, put more positive energy into your tech gear. So Mevo, nice little Mevo. Yeah, I might have to reset the Mevo. And by reset the Mevo, John, I mean I'm going to throw this in a bathtub. That's a reset, right? Then you just put it in some rice for 9 years, and then it's fine. It does look make a nice night light. It's such a good little piece of technology. If I could just get it, but my Ring camera works better than this right now. Unbelievable. So that's what's going on. Thanks, John. I copy that. Good copy. All right. Any other thoughts on Poe? We'll do a Q&A. If anyone wants to add a question. Oh, Wendy's still. Wendy, you're the best. Is it a lazy Sunday over there? What are you doing? Do you have to reinstall the camera driver maybe? I might have to do that. My answer for most tech problems is throw it. Historically, it's not really worked out for me. There's maybe one or two occasions where throwing a piece of tech has fixed it. Wendy's doing some editing for the Movie Couple channel. What, Wendy? What if, we could do in like a different kind. We can do some, that's not content. Did I get the kid pool? All right. So there we go. So we get some questions. All right. Tell you what, I'm going to do this. Let's see how bad this is. It's not too bad. Okay. There we go. Adjust on the fly. Oh, there we go. Camera wants to move where the camera wants to go. I almost knocked over my other camera. What's happening here? There we go. Hi, everybody. Wonder with your heat wave, some moisture got it. No. There's no rice. I'm joking about that. It makes a K-wing. Wendy's working on. Here's what we're getting: a Movie Couple channel preview. They're working on Avengers Campus vlog. Look for that. Subscribe to Wendy's channel. Wendy, as always, you can drop the link in here, and we'll make sure people subscribe over there. But if you guys want to ask me some questions for a few minutes, that seems like something we can do. I feel bad doing less than like a 50-minute stream. Wendy, you're the best. Wendy Lizani, I said it on a positivity report the other day. But if Wendy's in your life, and you got something going on, she can take the time. She can take the time to send you a nice bottle of wine. Check in on you, maybe a cupcake. Wendy's good for that. Ben Goddard's here. Question: how are you doing today? Ben, I'm on a constant war with technology. And I succeed sometimes. I defeat technology, but most of the time technology defeats me. But that's my Sunday. And then other than that, just working. Sunday's my ForceCenter prep day. And we try to get out of the house, go for a walk with Baxter. Baxter got a little distracted on his walk, and Baxter fell into a hole, and Baxter's been limping all morning, but he's okay. Some Reiki, some adjustments, some rest. Baxter's doing okay, but send good vibes for that. I'm excited for the last part of Bad Batch. Oh yeah, Bad Batch has been killing it. And the last 4 episodes, Crosshair going on the hunt is what I do like. Sarah Risley says, is there a project you put down in the past and would like to go back to if you had the time? I guess in a way stand-up comedy is it, but we're doing that. We're going back Seattle, and that should kick off a good stretch where I start doing more shows locally too. I've had time. I mean, I don't know if I did a lot of writing, screenwriting and stuff like that. Never broke through the ranks, which is the name of the game. But so I've written a lot of scripts. I want to kind of get back to writing. There's something in the back of my head. That's always dangerous, and something's in the back of your head. Get it checked out. Yeah, no. Baxter's okay. But poor little guy. You know, if you're walking on a sidewalk and like a planter or something, or a little dip in the sidewalk, or even sometimes the curb, he'll just be, and then sometimes he misses. Boom, and then he came up limping. But he's a tough guy. Baxter doesn't even know. Jedi Germs, can we get a sneak peek at a ForceCenter topic for this week? What are we doing? News and cues. That's normal. We'll be talking about the Disney Gallery stuff coming up. We're not going to be talking about any casting rumors. We don't talk about there, as a lot of you know. And then Thursday, the deep dive is we're just going to kind of do we look ahead to where the future of Star Wars movies is right now. We have this discussion every few months. But we're going to talk about that a little more. Talking about visions, we did do a big talk about We did do a big talk about Visions, Wendy, and we're going to still talk about it. We're not going to talk about the one this week with the Visions being beyond episode 9 because it's not canon, so we're not super concerned with that one. But we're very excited for Visions. We really, the visuals in that, I'm excited to explore. Any thoughts on the E.T. animated show rumor? Will any of these 3 animated shows see the light of day? This is like vague. This is like vague posting, Richard Donald. I don't know anything about the YT show. I've been helping someone get together something for something. So I hope the animated shows see the light of day. I have no part of it other than spitballing. But my Game of Thrones expertise was called into the game. So I'm hoping there's some really cool animated show ideas out there that they're trying to work on for over HBO Max. Aaron, the author, says script or new book. Script. Back to screenwriting. And sketch writing and all that stuff. It's been a while. How was the movie premiere for Grace's film? Pretty Boy was fun. You can we'll get information soon on where you all can watch Pretty Boy. It's got distribution, all that kind of stuff coming. I just don't know the answers for that. It's a sequel to a movie called Blind, horror franchise. And Grace is in the sequel, Pretty Boy. And I think people will like it. If you're horror fans, will like it. So it was fun. Thank you, Jedi Jeremy. Looking forward to it. ForceCenter gets me through work every week. There you go. Ben Goddard says Marvel TV killing it. How about now being back in theaters? Are you gonna miss seeing Star Wars on the big screen for a few years? Are you ready for the break? No, I'm okay. I don't, as you all know, I don't like going to theaters too much, so I don't miss it. But Star Wars, I will. So I think Rogue Squadron is going to be a good introduction back. And I love that Kenobi's a TV show because I just less pressure. I wish no one was watching these Star Wars shows so I could just enjoy it in peace. I'm so excited for Kenobi, so excited for Andor. I'm really excited for Acolyte, even though we don't know a lot about it. And the fact that Kenobi's not a movie makes me happy. I wanted to be the movie, wanted it to be a movie. I think it would have been great, but there's just less pressure on it. And you can just sit there. In terms of movies themselves, Rogue Squadron being, instant access or premiere access. And I know the Black Widow thing worked, but then now people are saying the second week and it didn't work. I don't know. So I'll let the business people count the beans and do all the things. But Star Wars is definitely one of the things I will go out for a movie event for. And I think most people will, right? Lauren Romo's here. Hey, Lewis Cox. Will Hasbro get their stuff together and give us a Mask reboot? Man, I got to tell you. So Mariano, like about 10 years ago, hey, Turtle, about 10 years ago, I can talk about it now. Me and my writing team, Matt Key, Jack Conway, Matt Mercer, we all had a bunch of ideas working, and we had a Mask reboot going. And me and my friend Jack Conway, who's like an esports producer now and everything, we were like pushing. We're like Mask, man. Everyone's digging into the 80s for IPs. Mask. It was not a greatest show, but great toys. Let's do it. So we wrote together. We all wrote this pitch for a Mask reboot. It started going places. It started like people started being like, okay, come in for a meeting type of thing. And then we ran into a wall where someone was like, well, a Mask reboot's already in the works and it's farther down the development line. So pack up and get out of the meeting. So I was excited. Like, well, okay, whatever. Our version of the Mask reboot is not going to go, but someone else can do it. And that was literally 2010, 11. And that never came to be, man. So I hope Mask needs a lot of updating. Mask needs to be really refreshed. And they started to do a comic book series to come out, and then it just kind of filtered away. It didn't really work. They tried to do an update. A lot of the same characters, Matt Tracker and Miles Mayhem and all that kind of stuff. But they started to do that. They were doing that big connective thread with a lot of IPs from Hasbro or whatever. So we'll see. I hope so. There you go. Talking a lot about Mask. Star Juice says, I can see Obi-Wan in the Bad Batch episode. It's possible. Maybe later on. I don't think they will, but you never know. Lewis Cox is liking the Bad Batch. You're liking the Bad Batch. I love them. I'm loving the Bad Batch. My expectations for the Bad Batch were good. New Star Wars is always good Star Wars for me, but I just had measured expectations for Bad Batch. I didn't really love the Bad Batch episodes in season 7. I hadn't overly cared about the unseen episodes of Bad Batch that they showed at Celebration years ago, all that stuff. But it's a really good character study. It's the thematic stuff going on is very important to the Star Wars story. You all know I love emotional canon. And the 19 years between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope are my favorite years in Star Wars, and so there's a lot to explore. And I think the fact that you're seeing the oppression of the Empire start to take hold that is what I wanted. So there you go, love it. Aaron, the author, says, should I be watching the Bad Batch? Is what you're saying? Yes. So my friend Van William, a lot of you know Van William from his album, his music, get his album Revolution, and all of his work. Check out his stuff with Waters, the band before he went completely solo. A big Star Wars guy, and we were hanging out a couple weeks ago, and he's like, I just haven't had a chance to watch Bad Batch. I'll get to it. I love Clone Wars. I love Rebels. I'm not that type of anti-animation fan. He hadn't watched it. I said, just watch the first episode. And he texted me like 2 days later. He's like, dude, I've watched half the season. It's great. So I think Aaron, it's that kind of show for Star Wars fans. Even Star Wars fans are like, I don't know. I don't pay attention to animation. All things I totally understand. But dive in. Lauren Ramos says, am I excited for Seattle? Yeah. I moved it. I bought a new moleskin book for my comedy. That's how you know I'm excited about Seattle. That's how you know I'm serious. I'm really excited. La Jolla was a great experience. La Jolla was a lot of fun. And I'm ready to get back out and do more stand-up. 2020 was going to be the year I was like, I'm going to start doing local shows. I'm going to kind of do the grind again. And then the pandemic hit, so I'd stopped. And we did that show in Vegas in March of 2020, and that was the last stand-up I did until La Jolla. And it showed my first night out. It was the first night out was not good. Second night was great. So I'm excited. So we'll see. And also excited just to get out there. Does anyone have a Seattle hockey joke? I don't think so. Doom Boogie. By chance will be attending John Williams' return to the bowl. Got my tickets. I am not. I am going to the Hollywood Bowl on October 5th to see Liz Phair, Garbage, and Alanis Morissette. But I will not be there for John Williams, which is a shame. I've seen John Williams twice now in concert. So I don't know. Maybe I can still look into it because it's an experience, and I've been emotional both times. And first time I saw him, he was real kind of heavy on Star Wars stuff. Second time, not so much. But Star Wars is always there. But the second time I saw him, I think John Williams opened up with Hook, and it was great. It's great, and that movie inspires a lot of different emotions and feelings. But a lot of people who grew up with that movie just love it. So that was fun. So John Williams is fun in concert. Motorola, how you doing? I'm doing good. I'm okay here. Is it already 4:00? Man, it is 16:11. I keep military time around these parts. Bangarang. Alanis Morissette. Aaron loves Alanis Morissette, as you should. You're a Canadian, Aaron. Alanis Morissette was my favorite. Just true story. Alanis Morissette was my favorite cast member of You Can't Do That on Television. She was really only on for like one season, but like later. I used to watch You Can't Do That on Television all the time on Nickelodeon back in the day. And Alanis was like my favorite. Had a little crush on Alanis. And, didn't hear from her again. And then I didn't know that she released pop rock albums up in Canada. I didn't know that. It was a different time. No internet to tell you that. And then so she merges in 95 with Jagged Little Pill. I'm starting my radio career. 94 was late 94 timeline, but I started my radio career in 95. And that week, Garbage released their first single. No Doubt's like first big radio single. They've been a band for a few years and had some albums out, but their big I'm Just a Girl was coming out. And Alanis was just killing it. I think she was in her second or third single off that album. So that I just have such a nostalgia pop, but it didn't occur to me. I didn't know. I didn't think of the name Alanis. It didn't connect. I hadn't thought about Alanis from You Can't Do It on Television since like the mid 80s. And suddenly it hit. And, again, this isn't Twitter. This isn't BuzzFeed's got 15 things you need to know about it. Did you know Alanis Morissette? You got information organically and delayed. And it blew my mind that my favorite cast member from You Can't Do It on Television was singing about dirty things in a movie theater. Oh, I blushed and then listened to the song again and again and again. So I'm excited to go see Alanis because I never did see Alanis live. I was going to go see her at the Santa Barbara Bowl. My friend and I were going to go. This is when I was working at the radio station, and I couldn't get out. But the Rentals opened up for Alanis that night, I believe. If everyone remembers the Rentals, I think it's one of the guys. What's his name? Matt Sharp, maybe from Weezer, the original Weezer lineup, spun off to the Rentals. The Rentals had the big single, "The Friends of P." If you're friends of P, then you're friends with me. And Maya Rudolph was a backup singer and keyboardist for the band. And then, of course, and on the toured with them, I believe. And then, of course, goes to the Groundlings and this and that. And we know her mom and dad are famous in the music world, Minnie Riperton and whatnot. But then when she emerges on Saturday Night Live, I was like, the keyboardist for the Rentals. So I love that stuff. Oh, that's what I love about music. I got one hand in my pocket. So I'm excited to finally go see Alanis in concert. I've never seen Garbage in concert. Big fan of Garbage. Big fan of Shirley Manson. I like, aggressive, sassy redheads. That's a thing. But Liz Phair is my favorite, and I'm looking up on my wall over there. I have two concert tickets from Liz Phair. Saw Liz Phair, House of Blues both times. Rachel Yamagata opened up for her the other one time, and the other time was Missy Higgins who opened up for her. Great Australian singer-songwriter. So I'm excited to go back to that. That'll be in October. So maybe I'll try to go to John Williams as well, because we know John is what, 90 now. Cherish these moments while you got them. We don't want to talk about that, but it's true. So if you out there have a chance to go see John Williams in concert anywhere, but particularly at the Hollywood Bowl, highly recommend doing it. Starger says James Bond World's Not Enough is my favorite Garbage song. Yeah, that's right. I like that. I'm actually rewatching all of Daniel Craig's Bonds right now. I'm in Quantum of Solace right now. I do it slowly. I do it while I do cardio, so a little chunks at a time. So I just finished Casino Royale, which is my favorite of the series, and I think a lot of people think that. I remember not liking Quantum of Solace in the theater, and then rewatching it maybe 3-4 years ago, and going, "Oh no, I actually like this one." So I'm going to see if that holds up. I'm going to see which way we go. I just about 15 minutes into Quantum of Solace, and that's the big chase scene that kind of launches it all. So I'm excited about that. She's So Good live star for So-Called Chaos Tour, which is my favorite of. Yeah, there you go. Billy's going to a Sunday show coming up. Just so excited. Oh, Billy, you going to that show? You going to what? John Williams? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Quantum of Solace is. You're right. I forgot Quantum of Solace is like an hour 46, and Casino Royale is like 2 hours and 20. Will McLean legitimately don't understand Quantum of Solace. Confusing for me. That was part. Yes, and I view movies differently than I do back in the day. So I'm always there for the themes and the lessons that the movie's trying to give us and what the movie's commenting on. So I watch movies a little differently now. So I'm trying to see if Quantum of Solace grabs me. But again, I remember this is about 4 or 5 years ago. I own it on digital video disc and Blu-ray. I love the Daniel Craig Bonds, even the ones that don't work for me. The last one which was the last one? It didn't grab me. I like Skyfall. The other one, I can't remember the name. So it didn't grab me. I get it. I got all the problems with it. They all look beautiful. They all got great set pieces and wonderful action. But this one didn't grab me, which happens. But even that one, I like it. Spectre. Thank you, Spectre. Thank you, everybody. LQ, Jedi Germs. But it's, Daniel Craig is my favorite. I was not a huge Bond fan. Like I know a lot of people are Bond fans. I like GoldenEye, but let's be honest, the video game makes you like the movie probably more. But the movie's for a Bond movie and Pierce Brosnan. I like, I'm there. Zena Onatopp, there's some stuff going on. I like it. Famke Janssen, great stuff. So the Pierce Brosnan series kind of lost me after that. It's fine. It happens. But I never really appreciated Bond before that. Never the books. Never really watched that. New Connery, new Roger Moore. I didn't grab it. The Daniel Craig Casino Royale. I went to see it. Curious. All right, let's go see it. And it's just one of my favorite movies, and it made just Bond realistic for me. I loved it. I love it. So we're in the middle of that. Ranger Donald's more of a Mission Impossible movie guy. Yeah, it's not about. Look, I don't know if I've seen the last couple of Mission Impossibles. Well, the first one was Rebecca Ferguson. Which one is that? Mission Impossible 5? Love that one. Love that one. Saw the first one. I think that's about it. Yeah. Saul's here. The overall consistency of Quantum has always confused me, though not better than Casino Royale. It's still tested solid. Yeah, Saul. Yeah, see. You're right. Yeah, you're right with me. If I wish we were on the Comedy Store porch drinking, we could be talking about this. Yeah, I with you. I think there's sometimes the general consensus of movies is accurate, or is that I'm pre-hot take. Right now we're in a hot take era. Don't take it. I despise hot takes. I despise Twitter movie commentary, all those kind of things. It's just not. It's just silly where it is. Where to stay. But back then it was a little different. And the consensus when you come out is, Quantum of Solace wasn't good, and so you think, oh, okay, I guess it wasn't good, and you just kind of let that filter into your own thoughts on it. That's why I went back. I was like, I love Casino Royale so much. Let me watch this. And I was like, I don't think it got a fair shake, especially comparing it. You can't get. It's hard to make it stand up on its own, I guess, especially because it picks up right after Casino Royale, and I don't know. I like it. Call me crazy. Billy Sunrider says Last Mission Impossible is great. Yeah, I want to check it out. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, I didn't pull off the Mission Impossible franchise for any reason. Right? I just, as you all know, it sounds like a joke I always make, but I don't go see a lot of movies, and I don't watch a lot of movies at home, so I just never finished up. But I did go see Mission Impossible. I think that's the one, right? Mission Impossible 5. Rebecca Ferguson, that yellow dress with the gun. Adult feelings. I loved it. It's so great. And then I just haven't seen any other ones. So I think that's on the list. There you go. Yeah. Space Jam discourse has been so tiring. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. In every direction. It's just exhausting. If you like Daniel Craig as Bond, then you should watch him in Munich. Great film. Yeah. Okay. There you go. I haven't seen Munich. So Billy Sunrider, you're kind of saying this is why Bond prior to Casino Royale. I'm with it. Yeah, Bond never did much for me. I was very into Austin Powers though. But so there's some truth to there. Not the Austin Power movies have their moments still. Do they hold up as much? I don't know. But I'm a Mike Myers fan from being coming up watching SNL in the late 90s. So I was more like, I don't want Bond. I'd rather have Austin Powers, which is kind of, an homage and parody and satire of Bond, and I'd rather watch that than Bond, which might have to do more with the Roger Moore Bonds and than anything. So Grace and I, she had never seen Austin Powers, so we watched the first one, and she was like, okay, yeah, there's some moments. We both like Elizabeth Hurley, so yeah, but see, that's the thing. So there you go. But this one, Aaron the author. So I Married an Axe Murderer is a masterpiece. You can't change my mind. I'm not going to change your mind, because So I Married an Axe Murderer is just an amazing film. It's an amazing comedy. It is Mike Myers being Mike Myers, but in different, because I love Wayne's World. I love Wayne's World. The movies, the sketch, everything about it. That's my era of SNL. I even have the Wayne's World book, which, by the way, in the Wayne's World book, there's a little paperback. There's a fake, there's a resume that Wayne Campbell fills out, and it says in it, occupation, he says International Man of Mystery. That book came out in 92. So, Myers was thinking about that there. So America, Charles Grodin, God rest in peace. Stephen Wright. Oh my God. I don't know if Grace has seen that. We're going to watch that. Saul coming back to some Quantum thoughts there. The goddamn end of Quantum, where he doesn't kill a certain person and tells Em I never left him, from the best scenes in any Bond film. 007 is only second to Star Wars in terms of appreciation for Saul. That's great, Saul. See, next time, he adds for me. Next time you're out here. Saul, we'll talk about the Craig Bonds. And again, I'm not like saying the other Bonds sucked or that's not a hot take for me. They didn't grab me. And I like spy stuff. I can go into that. It didn't grab. And I like Sean Connery. Rest in peace, Sean Connery. They never pulled me in. It was the Daniel Craig stuff, which seems so real. Yeah, someone in chat said, remember when Daniel Craig was cast and he was blonde? How dare they? So imagine if they ever tried to change anything else about Bond. Yeah, so I'm not disparaging, and certainly don't mean to disparage anything about Bond. In fact, the story Bond, there's that great, what is that documentary? Nothing or everything or nothing, whatever it is. The story of making the Bond, it's beautiful, which goes into the Lazenby stuff and how Lazenby just basically got run out because he was a damn dirty hippie, like, and got involved in like social issues and stuff. And they were like, we can't have that guy playing Bond. So yeah, but yeah, I've always the Daniel Craig versions, when Casino Royale, when you go back and watch it, it even holds up now in a lot of social the way we look at social issues and conversations and just a lot of things around. I think Casino Royale holds up a little bit better than I would have expected from a movie that was 2008, and a lot has changed from then. But I think he just brings in so much stuff to it, and it's more realistic. And even M saying, "God, I miss the Cold War." Just a lot of things about it that it's classic Bond. I want Bond to be drinking. I want him to, have someone on his shoulder, and maybe he doesn't emotionally commit, and that's what I want from Bond. But I felt the Craig ones just made him a little bit more realistic character again. But I'm not an expert. I would defer to Saul on and others. Joseph Scrimshaw, big Bond fan. We could easily probably do Bond Center if Joseph wanted to. Yeah. So no comment on that. I just love those ones so much. So there you go. This has been a great conversation. Everything or Nothing is the Duck. Thank you, Saul. It's fantastic the way Brosnan describes them moving on was heartbreaking. You're right. Yeah. Because it's not too far. Right. What's the difference between the last Pierce Brosnan one and Casino Royale by years? Right. It's not a lot. Right. I don't have IMDb in front of me. Robert Patrick was in the first Wayne's World or second one. Robert Patrick was in the second Wayne's World, right? That's when they do the wedding with the Heston and all that kind of stuff. And they go through the tunnel, the graduate tunnel, which is on the way to my hometown. 2002 to 2006. That is not a lot of time. Was the Casino Royale come out in 2006 or 2008? Yeah. Is that what you're saying? Channel 19, 2006? I don't know why I remember 2008, but that's a weird era in my life. So I don't remember the time exactly. But 4 years, even if it's 2 more years and it's 6 years, that's not a lot of time. That is not a lot of time. That's a sea change in direction. Die Another Day, 2002, Casino Royale, 2006. That doc's probably worth revisiting. I might put that on while I do some ForceCenter work, because that Brosnan stuff, I do remember that. That's not a lot of time. That's only 4 years. Quantum is 2008. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's right. Because I told the story on ForceCenter. Long story short, my old security job, when I was like the security director and everything, my office had like movie posters and Game of Thrones Funko Pops and that kind of stuff. And I got massively in trouble for it at one point. They wanted me to grow up and take my job seriously. But I had the Quantum of Solace poster in my office. So I just loved it. It was a great poster. Loved that time. Skyfall 2010. Wow, Skyfall's. See you, Sarah. Sarah's got to go back to weeding. I'm almost done here too. Spectre poster was good. Skyfall was 2010. That's insane to me. Oh, time is fleeting. Oh my God. I mean, Force Awakens. We're doing the Poe Dameron Force Awakens X-Wing today. That's we're coming up on 7 years. That's insane. Skyfall, and then the delay. Skyfall was 2012 or 10, but even then. Skyfall 2012. Even then, we're talking 10 years. It's unbelievable. 10 years. That means, oh my God, I became the producer of the Schmoes Know podcast 10 years ago this October. What? As I look at all the gray in my beard. How is that possible? How is that possible? Oh my God. 10 years. In fact, yeah. So the story was 2012, 50th anniversary of the first film. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Baxter's barking. We got the Roomba, whatever you got. We got the robot vacuum going right now. So Baxter's attacking it. What is time indeed, Lauren Romo? Yeah, I was up in my hometown, 2012. I was still working the security job. Obviously, it was security at that time. One of the security directors of the Northridge Fashion Center, and it was a little vacation up north. And Harloff called me, said, "Hey, how would you want to come produce the Schmoes podcast every Wednesday morning?" Which was my day off. I had 2 Wednesdays and Thursdays off at the time. Well, yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah, what do we do? He's like, "Yeah, you, me. I think Sackhoff was going to come on board. We had." Met with Katie. Katie was on. This is when they did the show up at the Lovitz Theater for a while, and Reitman couldn't make the transition up, and so we all sat down outside of the Starbucks up at City Walk, and it was me, Harloff, Ellis, and Sackhoff, and we locked Katie in to co-host the show, and it was going to be Wednesday mornings, and it was for a long time, and then I hadn't been asked to produce yet, so maybe a month or two later is when they asked me on. And then we had to move it from Wednesday morning to Thursday night. And there you go. 10 years. Because that happened in the summer of 2012. I didn't come on board until October 2012. And that was I remember, it was like a July, August type of time frame. Someone could probably look up and find the exact episode that Katie was on that time. But I'll never forget. I was I think I was having a cup of fruit, maybe a parfait with some fruit in it and a coffee at that City Walk Starbucks. And we were talking, Katie and I were talking about the Portlandia sketch of Battlestar Galactica. And we were laughing about that. And then they asked her, then I was like, wow, you guys are going to have a lot of fun doing a podcast. And then I joined 10 years later, 10 years to quote Jeremy Piven from High Fidelity, or not, Gross Point Blank. 10 years, man. Wow. Oh, man. Mark Riley was not there yet. Mark Riley joined, and Makuga joined in 2013. He'd been on the show, but not there yet. And I'll never forget that night. I showed up because a lot of times I lost my days off for Wednesday and Thursday, and then they switched. And so that's the whole story of why I showed up in suits, because I had to leave work. And one day I got out kind of early, so I met them before Buffalo Wild Wings. And I walk in, and there's Justine Marino and Ellis and Harloff, Justine Marino, Makuga, and Riley. And I was like, who are these a-holes? What are they doing here? Justine I knew, and I knew Makuga and Riley from a distance. I hadn't really met them ever really before. And Justine's like, I got to go. And, I'd done stand-up with Justine at Room 5 years ago and everything. But we all get up and start walking over the studio, and Riley and Josh come with us. And I was like, what are these guys doing? What are they doing here? And I was like, oh, they're going to join the show. I was like, why? We don't need them on the show. We don't need them. We got me. We got you. We got Ellis. We got Tiffany Smith. We don't need them. And then now they're, two of my best friends. There you go. Be open to change, people. That's the lesson. Ranger Donaldson started watching the episode you came on. There you go. Starjoy was there. Wish I could. February of 2015, the Miri show. There you go. Yeah, that was kind of during the era where I wasn't on it much. I just couldn't get out. I got ScreenJunkies in Beverly Hills. I couldn't get out. I couldn't get to back to Encino in time. One time I remember drove from ScreenJunkies with JT in the car, and it took us almost 2 hours to get to the Schmoes show. And that was the time I was like, I love you, Christian. Love you, Mark. We can't do this anymore. I can't. I don't miss those suits. Yeah, I have only 4 of those suits left. The jacket I wear, if you saw the picture Grace tweeted out from Getty Image of the premiere, that's not an old Pit Boss suit. But I have only 4 of the 13. I had 13 suits at one point at the mall, and not one of them that fit properly, by the way. And I could buy the suits, but I couldn't afford the alterations. And those are all gone, but for 4, and those are going to be gone soon. Yeah, 13 suits. Because I had this thing, and I kind of have it because then 13 suits in a row. I had this idea. So when I switched to suits, here's the story of the suits. So my dad to this day does not own a suit. So I was not raised with suits. I was not raised as ties. Even though I went to a church, a real kind of simple Calvary Chapel church growing up. That was my church when I grew up. The pastor, he like outlawed ties in the church. He's like, we're not doing that. They had come out of the Jesus movement of the 70s, which is when all the like hippies found God and all that kind of stuff. So the pastor was like, we don't do that, man. And it was a low key, and it was Pismo Beach. So you're wearing sandals and shorts to church, right? So that's what I grew up on. So I never had a suit. And then in 2005, I had to get a suit. Wanted to get a suit because I'd gone to some weddings and I was like trying to dress up, and I had like a tie and a dress shirt, but like slacks. And I felt, I didn't feel right. Other people in suits. And I just had this thing like, well, dad doesn't own a suit. I don't need no suit. And so 2005, two friends of mine got married. One, she went on to a little show called Saturday Night Live, and I had to attend their wedding, and they're no longer married. And so I got a suit. I got a nice black pinstripe suit, and I was a little heavier then, so it's a little bigger suit, and I liked it. But at the time, I was working as a security director at the farmers market at the Grove, which if you're not local to it, farmers market's not like it's not like tents and vegetables. It's like a historic location. It's a shopping center, and the Grove rents property from the farmers market. Farmers market property has been there at 3rd and Fairfax in LA since the 1860s. It's a historical landmark, and I was the security director of that place. So I was in a uniform at first, but then I fought to be put into a suit. Like I want to be taken more seriously, and this, so. So my friend was the security director at the Grove, and the Grove has intense, all staff members had they're just an intense dress code for the Grove. It's Caruso Properties. You can't have visible tattoos, no facial hair. It's like this old school prim and proper. So I finally they came to me, they said, all right, you're right. You can start wearing suits, no uniform. You can wear suits. I was like, so happy. And so my friend Corey was the security director. We're still friends. We co-own a fantasy baseball team together. He was the security director at the Grove, and he had like 3 suits, and he would wear the same. He'd just repeat them. And I was like, Corey, you got to get some more suits. So I got obsessed with this idea of not having the same suit for at least a 7-day period. And that's what started Trey. And then by the time I ended up going back to my old location, I was one of the security directors at the Northridge Fashion Center in the center of the San Fernando Valley. That's the famous one that collapsed in the earthquake in '94. And I had got up to 13 suits, and I was obsessed with it. And then the ties and the shirts, it just was. I think I'm still paying off credit card debt from buying, just swiping the card. I need that tie. I need this and that. It was a lot of fun, but it's still, again, I didn't alter the suits like I should have. But now I don't wear any of them. I'm done. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. I remember, I think, because when I was doing some of the early Schmodown matches, the early ones were, of course, at Toad Hop at AfterBuzz, and I was already in the suit. But over the Collider ones, I remember Harloff telling me, because if you see the old Pit Boss Star Wars competition stuff against Whitwer and everything, I was in a suit. And I remember I came to Christian and said, I'm not a suit guy anymore, man. I'm getting rid of the suits. I'm not wearing the suits. And he understood. He backed me. But it was an end of an era. The Pit Boss was no more. It was like T-shirt boss. Wish there was this pinstripe New York Yankee suit tie. Sorry, this story's probably boring you. My church as a kid, everyone was wearing the best jeans and a tucked-in shirt. Yeah, tucked-in T-shirt for Brian Ward. Yeah, not me. It was like we could not dress up. Hoodawonka, did I see the new August Lego releases? I have not seen that. Anyways, but now I'm down to 1 suit jacket. Don't even have the pants. But I'm going to have to get those because you never know when you need them. Stardew says, no, it's really interesting. And I figure, you might like some old school schmo, not gossip, but, scoops. I don't know. Can't wait till I'm old enough for a turtleneck and a gold chain, says One Man Conga. That's the way to do it. But I got obsessed with John Martin says I'm oddly invested in Suit Talk. I got obsessed with the Star Wars shirts. So when I started hosting Jedi Alliance, I guess it's an obsessive nature I have for some of this stuff. I wanted to go at least 2 weeks without wearing the same suit or tie. So when Mod and I started hosting Jedi Alliance, I had like 5 Star Wars shirts. And I ended up not repeating shirts for 39 episodes. I had a different Star Wars shirt every Monday morning for the 39 episodes. And I think Mod had to step off the show like 45 episodes in or something like that. So I almost went the entire Mod Garrett Jedi Alliance run with a different Star Wars shirt every week. All those shirts are gone. About 5 of them, except for one Mod got me as a birthday gift. It's still one of my favorite Star Wars shirts. You can see it in the Saturday Night Napzok promo pictures. It's the little wispy little X-Wing. All right. Cutler Jerry says, my current job requires me to wear a suit and tie. I got some funky Star Wars ties. That's good. Old Hansel says, stop buying suit jackets. I wear them once and they go out of style. Suit jacket, no pants like Porky Pig. No, I get a nicely cut pair of jeans, a tight cut, some Converse, and the suit jacket, and I have fun with the pocket squares. Chicken Sits is used to MC Rocky Horror every Saturday night and play a caricature like a preacher or newscaster for pre-show bits. I always wore the suit for my day job, so stop me for this one. Security. I love that. Yeah, that's a great gig, getting to play a newscaster or something like that. That's awesome. All right. Remember when I said I didn't have any lunch? It's almost dinner time for me, and I'm starving. So I think we're going to start wrapping this up. Well, we had a lot of fun today. We did the build. We did this. We built the Poe Dameron. Oh, BB-8 died. All right, so we're back next week. I won't have anything to build, so maybe we'll just do a Q&A, and maybe one day I'll play video games again. Maybe one day when Grace is out of town or out of the house, I'll play video games and not feel like I'm ruining her life by running the camera in the living room. You guys are the best. Always fun. Thank you to Old Handsaw for the theme music. Yeah, I'm glad Star Droid didn't drop the X-Wing. We'd do a rebuild. A lot of fun. As always, don't forget to follow us over at the gpa.fun. Got some fun shows this week. Got some fun announcements. Fun thing coming. For anyone LA based, I'll just say August 21st, if you're in the LA area, it'll be a fun experience coming your way. So we're going to announce that this week. A lot of fun. Thank you as always. You guys rule. Thanks for having fun hanging out with me. Bye.